Arnold Schwarzenegger's rule for mastering self-discipline and focus. Imagine a man who started his journey as a small-town kid in Austria, dreaming of becoming the biggest bodybuilder in the world. His name was Arnold Schwarzenegger, and his story is one of relentless self-discipline and focus. Today, we're diving into the wisdom he shares about mastering these traits, a rule that has helped him achieve greatness and inspire countless others. Let me tell you this. Have you ever felt like your goals were out of reach, no matter how hard you tried? Have you ever been overwhelmed by the complexity of achieving them? Well, let's dive into Arnold Schwarzenegger's rule for mastering self-discipline and focus. This isn't just a theory. It's a practice that Arnold lived by, and it can transform your life too. Arnold once said, "The most important thing is to get up and do it every day." That's it, folks. It's simple, right? But here's the kicker. It's also incredibly difficult. Why? Because getting up and doing it every day requires more than just willpower. It requires consistency, commitment, and a deep-seated desire to see things through. You might be wondering, what exactly does this mean in practice? Well, imagine setting a goal to exercise every day. For some, this might seem daunting, especially if they've never been consistent in their fitness routine. However, Arnold would suggest starting with even the smallest step, like exercising for just 5 minutes. That's it, 5 minutes. And then, after a week, gradually increase it to 10 minutes. After another week, maybe 15. You get the picture. Here's something you should know. Consistency is the key to breaking through the barriers of self-doubt and maintaining focus. Every day, when you choose to get up and exercise, you're building a muscle in your mind. You're training your brain to associate rising early and exercising with positive outcomes, rather than laziness and failure. Now let's take a look at a personal anecdote. I remember my first year of university. I had set a goal to run a marathon, but I was so overwhelmed by the distance and the training required. I would often lie in bed, feeling discouraged and thinking, "I'll do it next week." But Arnold's rule kept me grounded. I started with a short run every other day, gradually increasing the distance each week. By the time I reached my target, I had built a routine that made running feel natural and achievable. Another aspect of Arnold's rule is the importance of having clear, specific goals. In his book, Total Transformation, Arnold writes about the power of SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. He emphasizes that without clear objectives, you're flying blind, and it's harder to maintain focus. For example, instead of saying, "I want to lose weight," which is vague and unachievable, you could say, "I want to lose 5 pounds in 2 months by eating a balanced diet and working out 3 times a week." This way, you have a clear path forward, and every step you take brings you closer to your goal. Let's explore this further with a real-life example. A friend of mine, Sarah, wanted to learn a new language. She set her goal as simply as, "I want to be able to hold a basic conversation in Spanish within 6 months." This goal was specific, measurable, and time-bound. She started by committing to listening to Spanish podcasts daily, reading Spanish articles online, and practicing speaking with a tutor. Every day, she took a small step towards her goal. 6 months later, she was able to have a decent conversation in Spanish, and she felt a sense of accomplishment that came from her consistent effort. But here's the crucial part. Arnold's rule isn't just about the steps you take. It's also about the mindset you cultivate. He talks about the importance of overcoming procrastination and embracing discomfort. Procrastination is the enemy of progress. It's easy to put off what we don't want to do, but Arnold says, if you want to succeed, you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Think about it. If you want to become a better writer, you might avoid writing until you're completely confident in your skills. But Arnold argues that this avoidance is counterproductive. Instead, he suggests exposing yourself to writing as much as possible, even if it's just journaling. The discomfort of facing your own thoughts and ideas is what helps you grow. This mindset shift is critical because it allows you to embrace challenges and failures as opportunities for growth. Remember, every great achievement comes from overcoming obstacles. In Arnold's words, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Let me share a personal story that illustrates this point. During my college years, I faced numerous academic challenges, including a tough math course. Initially, I avoided studying and put off assignments, fearing failure. But Arnold's rule pushed me to confront my fears head-on. I started attending study sessions regularly, asking questions, and seeking help whenever needed. Even though I still struggled, I persisted. And guess what? By the end of the semester, I passed the class with flying colors. More importantly, I learned a valuable lesson about perseverance and the courage to face my weaknesses. In conclusion, Arnold Schwarzenegger's rule for mastering self-discipline and focus is nothing short of revolutionary. It's simple yet profound, emphasizing the power of consistency, clear goals, and a growth mindset. As you embark on your own journey, remember that the road may be challenging, but it's worth it. Embrace the discomfort, stay committed, and watch your potential transform into reality. So, what will you do today? Will you commit to exercising every day, no matter how small the step? Will you set clear, achievable goals for yourself? Will you challenge yourself to overcome your fears and doubts? The choice is yours, and I believe in you. You have the strength and the courage to make it happen. Now go out there and prove it.